Peace and joy, guys. Welcome back to another video, Drumhiller Farms. Today I'm gonna show you how we feed hay on our farm, and today's a little bit of a different day. My father passed away this morning very unexpectedly, and last night we were talking back and forth on text, and he said, what was going on with you in your last YouTube video? He said, something, it just seems like you were a little bit off. You know, what was the matter? I said, well, I didn't think anything was the matter, to be honest with you. And he said, well, you just seemed a little off. So, you know, I thought today I had scheduled to make a video, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to dedicate this video to my dad, Jerry. And Dad, I hope that I seem like myself, as strange as that sounds on a day like today. But this is for you, man. I hope I make you proud, and I hope this video more like whatever you expected out of me. Now some of you might be thinking to yourselves, boy, this seems kind of weird. Your father passed away this morning. Yes, I actually had to call the funeral home to come get him, and I watched him take his body out of the house. And you might be thinking, boy, that's really weird that you're out making a YouTube video already and even having a chuckle over your conversation last night. But I'm mourning. Don't let this fool you. I'm definitely mourning. But you know, I have hope through Jesus Christ. And I know that someday I'll see him again, because of that hope that I have. And I know that right now he's walking streets of gold with all 10 of his toes. And some of you that know my dad, you'll get that little joke. And I'll tell you what, I take great joy in the fact and knowing that he is walking streets of gold, and he's experiencing just a great, you know, brand new body, everything. And I take great joy in that. So come along with me today. I'm going to hold it together for the video. I'm going to do this video in honor of my dad. I'm going to make him proud. Hopefully, like I said, I'm myself. And check out how we feed hay on our farm. Thanks for watching. Well, the first thing we have to do is we got to turn power back on to our well house, because and actually I already did that. So we had one heck of an ice storm here on Wednesday. Today is Saturday. We had an ice storm on Wednesday which knocked everybody's power out. About 90% of the power company's customers were without power for several days, and actually there's a lot of people that are still out of power. There's no power on the farm sucks, and I had to hook the generator up to that well house in order to get water out where the cattle were. I just put a new winch on this bale unroller. You can actually see there's a little bit of my blood from when I cut myself putting that thing on. All right, here they got some water left still, which is good. Glad to see that. Here they come. I don't know how well you can see that, but the well pump that we were just at is across the road and probably somewhere around 2,000 feet that way. So we have underground water lines that run all the way back to that wood lot back there, and we have these frost-free spigots roughly every 300 to 500 feet. And yesterday I had to hook the generator up, and I'm filling these tanks. In the winter we roll all of our hay out, working ourselves right across the field. So we started on that side and we've rolled 2 bales out every day right across the land. You're going to see when we get out to the field that there's almost a consistent amount of manure and hay residue right across the whole field. It's almost like you came out here and evenly spread it, and that's because of the way that we feed our hay. Now you'll see where we're going to roll our hay out onto, there is no manure on the ground, and that's because they're not over on that side. They're primarily where they're eating, and every day we're rolling out onto a clean surface, and that helps spread the fertilizer evenly, as well as giving them a clean dinner plate every day. Now here's a field that we've already been into, and we just came out of about 2 weeks ago. It takes us about 2 to 3 weeks to get across each one of these fields, and what you're gonna see is, and I don't know how well it shows in the video, but an even distribution of manure. There's also a little bit of hay residue left. When you roll that bale out, whatever the cattle don't eat and whatever they leave behind, they're feeding the soil with all that nutrients that's in that hay. It's kind of like you're just spreading fertilizer out onto your field, and you can kind of see right there how there's a path of a little bit of hay that they left, and that kind of continues right across the field. You can see that in several spots. Now, to some of you that are not new to the channel and have been here for a while, you know, you're probably saying, yeah, we've heard this same spew several times. Well, you know, I've had like 3 new subscribers in the last few months, so, you know, I got to let them know what's going on too. Oh, look, my pen. Sucker stole it right out of my pocket. Already got a new one in there, replaced it. Right across this field, you can see the amount of manure. There's some hay left over right there. That spot's gonna be great this next year. And we're gonna get over to this side over here. What you're gonna find is there's hardly any manure over here, just a spot here and there of it. Every day 05 comes up and itches her neck right on that corner of that thing. It's like the highlight of her day. She wants to come right up there and get that itch she's been trying to get all day or something. So again, manure, no manure, or hardly any manure, I guess I should say. Now these little cores of the bales like that, that's what I take and feed the bulls with. Instead of giving them a whole round bale every day, or you know, every week or whatever it would take to feed them, I just go ahead and save these little cores and give those to the bulls. And there they are. Single file line, lined right up, eating that hay. And all the manure and urine that comes out the backside of the cattle, which is what makes them so beneficial for the soil, they're gonna disperse right down on the ground below them. So you're gonna get this heavy concentrated of manure and urine and hay residue right in that area. All right guys, so let me explain this setup to you here, okay? This is a 2022 John Deere Gator, and this is an 835R. So when I purchased this, this was the best package you could get out of one of the John Deere Gators. They've since then added one more package above this, and it comes with front and rear cameras. Man, I need one with cameras. And so this thing has great power. Plenty of power to be pulling this round bale. I've fed hay with 18 inches of snow with this unit and have had zero problems feeding hay with it. This is the original Greg Judy bale on roller. There's a 2-inch ball, so you can hook it to anything. You could hook it to a pickup truck if you really wanted to, and it has a boat winch that you winch the bale up and down with. And you've seen these spikes, you just kick them right into the bale. And these things at the beginning of the year, they're really rusty and not quite as sharp, but after some time of use, which I've probably already unrolled a couple hundred bales out of this unit already this year, you'll see them become very shiny, and they're right slicked right down. There's a spring assist on these units, and what that's doing is it's helping you lift the bale up, so it's not quite as strenuous to jack the bale up. And you can see those are some pretty good size springs. Allison or just about anybody could jack a bale, you know, a 1,000-pound round bale or an 800-900-pound round bale like we just rolled out, would be able to jack that thing up probably with no issues whatsoever. I've had this bale on roller for about I think this is my 3rd season feeding with this bale on roller, if I don't recall, and I've already put 3 of these on. So this is probably the weak link. And guys, this is one way that we feed hay on our farm, and honestly, this is the preferred method to feeding hay on our farm. There is one more way that I have not had to use, well, really since I've gotten this. Let's go grab the New Holland. All right guys, here is our other way of feeding hay. Geez, Bristol, just hanging out with the deer or what? There's 3 deer out here in the field. There was about 16 of them in the field over there. Yeah, just hanging out with the deer, huh? Cool. This is a New Holland T 4.75. This is a 75 horsepower tractor, and I've got the, yes, it's green, I know it's green, but I've got the green bale on roller here, and I'll show you how this thing works. All right, so we're in the New Holland here, and I got the heat on, which we have all those amenities in the Gator. We've got heat and air conditioning and the whole bit, and so it's not much different when it comes to the nice cab that you get out of the Gator. But the biggest difference between the Gator and the New Holland is what I'm about to show you, and that's this right here. If I want to move a bale, I'm going to push a lever down here. It's that simple. This thing takes one of those 800-900 pound bales and don't really care one little bit about it. I can put that where I need it to be, and then I can just back right up to it and grab it with the round bale unroller. Now I'll crack this door open so you can see. Now it's been a little while since I've done this, so bear with me here. And all I gotta do is close these, lift up, and if that bale doesn't spin, you know you've pretty much got that sucker right in the dead center. Losing all my heat. It's cold out today. We've had the most craziest winter we've ever had that I can remember. 50, 60 degree temperatures in February, negative 30 to 40 degree wind chills. I mean, this is the craziest winter that I can ever remember. All right, so they're going, wait, what's going on here? Don't you do it, Winifred. Don't you go out that door, that gate. Look at her, she's looking. Turn around. There you go. These cattle are hanging out, eating that first bale we gave them. It's been probably about 10 or 15 minutes. I actually went over to the next field and I fed the calves over there. And then I went back and grabbed the tractor. So they've had some time to start mowing on that. And they look like they're hammering down on that pretty good. It's something about a grass bale that cattle cannot resist. You know, I could put out the most beautiful alfalfa bale I can find, and if you throw a grass bale out to them, they will just go to town on that thing. They'll actually leave that alfalfa bale to grab that grass bale. Now some of you might be saying, boy, that looks like a piece of cake. Why don't you just feed out of the tractor every day? And it does have its advantages. Probably the biggest advantage out of the tractor, other than the front spear, is the fact that I can pick up and drop the bale at a flick of a switch anywhere I want to concentrate the feeding to happen. So it's like, you know, if I really want to feed right here in this area, it's very, very easy to do. And I can pick the bale up and go ahead and drop it back down very easily. Now I can also do that with the bale unroller and the side-by-side, but I have to get in and out of the cab to do that. Now, I promise you I'm not that lazy. Well, there you have it. That's how we feed our cattle on our farm. And you can see the tractor has some great advantages to feeding this hay. You can pick up and down the bale, you can move them around where you want it. But the greatest disadvantage to that tractor is its sheer size and weight. And today, it's pretty hard. We got some freezing temperatures last night, and it's actually probably around the 30 degrees currently. So it's very hard. But if you come out here in the spring or in the fall with that tractor, you are gonna tear your pastures up like crazy. So that's what the bale unroller is for on the side-by-side, and what makes that it's a convenient way to feed hay. It's very easy to get in and out of. You're not climbing up and down out of the cab like you are in the tractor. You're using probably about a quarter of the amount of fuel. I do appreciate you guys coming along with me. Again, a very weird time for me in my life. It's been a huge eye-opener for me today. Honestly, when you lose somebody close to you like that unexpectedly, you know, there's a lot of things you think about, you know, maybe even some regrets that you think about. You wish you could have done this or wish you could have done that. Probably the biggest thing that resonates with me, I know heaven gained a new soul today. And for those of you that knew my dad, man, the dude was a character. And I know that I have assurance that I'm gonna see him again someday. And it's not because my father was the best person, although I think he was a great man. It wasn't his good works that I knew that brought him to heaven today, but it was the gift of eternal life through Christ Jesus and the gift that he gave us by dying on the cross. The verse that keeps coming to my mind today is from Revelations 3:20. Here I am. I stand at the door and I knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens that door, I will come in and I will eat with him and him with me. I keep playing that verse over and over in my mind today, knowing that my dad answered that knock at one point in his life. And that's the assurance I have. That's why you can see me come out here and make a video hours after watching them carry his lifeless body out of his house. And it's almost a joyous feeling that I experienced today. Although I mourn at the fact that I won't see him on this earth anymore, or hear him, or get a text from him anymore. But I experience a joy that surpasses really any other understanding, that I know he's in heaven and I will see him again someday. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching the video. I know it's kind of a weird video, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button. Check out our farm. See what we're doing. We got a lot of stuff coming up here, guys. We got pastured pork, pastured chicken, turkey. We're gonna be moving these cattle every 12 hours here really soon out on pasture. It's getting close. I'm counting the days. So stick around for a while. Hit that subscribe button. God bless. Hope I was myself for you, old man.